Here's my Zoom. This is my Zoom, and then I share. AutoCAD share. Can you see my screen? Okay. Is my audio clear? Am I lagging or is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. So the layers panel is what we used all through yesterday. We explained everything about this panel here. We discussed about how you create your layers, how you add your layers, the default layer that is always there for you from AutoCAD, from AutoCAD, and then we explain other properties that we can set for our elements on AutoCAD, just to create contrast, and then to group them under each umbrella that we are trying to group them in. Like I said, for depending on your design need, it will usher us into the kind of layers you create. The layers that a civil engineer will create will be different from the layer that an architect will create. It will be different from what the electrical person will create. It might be very different. That's what I think. Do you agree?
Yes, that's true.
Of course. So the layers will vary from discipline to discipline for sure. But just understanding the way the tool work, even if we have an architect inside this class, we'll know how, if we apply those tools, to work for him. Is it making sense? So we were able to talk about the layers command. We were able to talk about how we can change object properties. How we will also work with matching object properties. We have match layer. We have the property palette to do all these settings. We also have the property palette itself, and then working with line types, and then the inquiry command, the quick select. I don't know if you remember that, the quick select. So we also jumped into the other section there called the annotation panel. On the annotation panel, we worked mainly with the multi-line text. The multi-line text is just like is the standard text tool. It helps you to create text on your design. So you are on multi-line text, you are able to type, even like you can type a letter. You can type a letter on multi-line text. That's how comprehensive the tool is. That means you have everything you need to create a letter. That's what I'm trying to say. That means you can justify, you can do everything, align your text, add color, add line weight, make some place bold, add your italics. All these things that I'm saying, they are all on the previous class. And this previous class that I'm talking about, the recording, like I said, after each classes, I have to render the classes. I have to render the video, and then share with you on the platform. And I've done that. I don't know if you saw the video for yesterday. It's on that same.
Yeah, what I was working for now.
Oh, okay. So.
Oh,
okay. So like I said, see, you can see on the multi-line text, see the options we have. These, we can add symbols. We have everything to create a comprehensive text. Apart from that, we have the second one called the single line text, which gives us a limited configurations to come up with a text. So it is more simple, it is more direct. All we have to do is to select the justification that we want to. When I select my single line text, all I need to do is just specify the justification or the style. Immediately I do the justification, I click on, let's say, left aligned. Then the next thing I'm told to do is to what? Click on the start point of my text. What do I want to do? I want to set the height of my text. Then I just set my height and proceed with this my text tool. All these we treated yesterday. So we worked with multi-line text, we worked with single line text, and then the text styles, right? We were able to work with different text styles yesterday, and then editing them. For multi-line text, we can always go back into double-click into our text to make our adjustments. For our single line text, what can help us to make changes on that single line text is the property panel. We go into our property panel, we are able to make some other adjustments on our single line text as well. That's just a recap of what we were able to touch, like what we were able to cover yesterday. So that's that on this drop panel. But I left one part undiscussed. I didn't disclose anything about the leader. I told us to do research on it. Most of the tools that I ask us to do research on, they are not the essentials, right? That is what I try to do. We explain all the essential tools, and then the one that I know that you should know, but I just want you to try on your own side. If you don't talk about under polyline, if you don't talk about half width or lengthening, you are good to go with AutoCAD. You won't have any problem using the software. But I just want you to also know that these are also available. If I don't go under modify and work on this extension tool here, on this lengthening tool here, you don't have any problem. You are still going to be able to create your designs and everything. But you trying to use, there is a standard way of doing things, and then you can also find on AutoCAD there are 1001 ways to achieve just one thing. There are different ways to do just one thing on AutoCAD. So you can just, it depends on, when you understand how the tools work, then you can then carve out your own niche, like the way you work and then how you approach your own design. So it depends on you. So basically that's just a recap for our previous class, and then going into today's discussion, I would like us to do designs. If you are coming for live class, I know we won't be having this issue because you have to leave your office, or I come to meet you in your office. When I come to meet you in your office, we are in one separate room where we are talking about AutoCAD, and that's all. So that way, I don't think you'll be distracted, because most of the time, whenever I come to your office or you are here, we just find a way to surely work together, compared to you having to jump around just to grab this call. You are doing everything like that from your own end. But I want us to do designs this night. And I sent a design file on our WhatsApp group. Were you able to do any of them?
Let me show you what I did.
I'll stop sharing, yeah? And then I'll go to my property, and then I
just attempt something.
That's putting joy in my heart
But
already.
actually, I was in the course of attempting. I was able to use almost all the tools you talked about.
No problem. Thank you very much. This is the reason why we have the design tool. The first thing that we did AutoCAD, that we explained the basic tool, I sent a design file for us to work on, because there is no way you can work on those designs and achieve them without using the tools that we have spoken about. Are you with me? There's no way you would do that. If you have worked on layers, you have to, when you are creating your design and you are seeing on the design, there is dimension. The dimensions that we have are of different color, and then that means you have to create a layer yourself. You know how to do that. Immediately you are seeing something on the design, you know what you can use to create that.
Yes.
Let's go ahead. Please talk to me about what we are seeing on your screen, please.
Sorry. This horrible stuff. When my mouse, I can't lay hands on it.
Oh, you say you don't have your mouse?
No, it's here. I'm not trying to
connect it. Okay.
Yeah, maybe packed everything all at once. Let's make sure I have this instruction.
Yes, I'm with you. We are with you.
Okay.
What we are seeing is your AutoCAD. We are seeing the design that you have on your workspace.
Okay, then I was just trying to go to the main.
Okay.
We started the drawing. What?
That's the 2D exercise that you have on your tab there.
Yeah, the exercise. Yeah.
It's up there. It's up there near your Zoom.
Sorry?
That tab we have near your design overview, the next one on the left. The one you place your mouse on before.
Okay.
The left side of that. Yes, that's it.
It's one of the
Click on that, yes. Click on that.
I should keep here.
Click on that 2D exercise tab that we have on top there. Yes, click on that. Click. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is what I want to do.
So
Okay.
This where I started from.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know here there are like about total of like
Please, immediately you are looking at this design, please just give me names of tools that will help us to achieve this. Just give me names first.
uh, basically we have circles, we have like dimension line. So because yeah,
Yes, we have
dimension line.
dimension line. Yeah.
You have circles, then you have like you have arc, especially the one with the radius.
We have arc. Okay.
Yeah. Then you have um,
We have arc. Engineer AB is not chiming in on this section here. I was just chime in. We are talking about looking at this design. What do we need to achieve this? We are talking about circle. We are talking about arcs. Talking about circles. Talking about lines. Yes, lines. Dimension lines. We have dimension lines here. I want I'm also seeing something here, but you guys have not mentioned it yet.
okay.
Construction line.
Construction line. Yes, I'm seeing construction line here.
Then angles. It's about
I'm seeing two, and I need you to just mention one of them. One of them. I'm seeing three. I'm seeing three now. I'm seeing three now. I need two from you guys. Let me mention.
polyline.
Yes, they are polylines. Circles are, yes, they are polylines. But that's not part of the three. One of the three. I'll just mention one of the three. I'm seeing array. Yeah. Are you seeing array yourself?
There's array.
Yes. Now it remains two.
Array. There's array. Then we use
There's offset here. There's offset here.
offset copy.
There's offset here. After offset, we also have fillet. There's fillet here as well.
Yeah, so that.
All right. So this is a basic design. Let's scroll down again. Let's go to the next one. Can you see these are just basic designs? These are basic designs. I told you these designs will give you, it will probe you, it will probe you to think and then try to explore and then try to be creative. It will sharpen your skills for AutoCAD for sure. Regardless of the fact that it's not even your electrical or civil engineering, I don't know, it's not civil engineering design. So this is more of mechanical designs, right? But they will probe you to think on how you use this tool to achieve them.
About using the commands.
Yes, let's go to the next one. This is also very achievable. This is the one we are also trying to do. Yeah, right? You're trying to work on this one too, right? I saw this one on your AutoCAD. All right. Somebody left the call. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, what's happening to Engineer Abubakar? I'll reclaim my host now. I will share my own screen now. Let me share my screen. So I want you to open your design file from your own end. You are going to tell me what to do. Right?
Design file.
Yeah, the design file that Engineer Abubakar was sharing with us before. Do you have it on your own side? So just open it. Open it and then you guide me on how to go about this design. You have to design today. So I'll go to new. I have a fresh workspace. Yeah.
Let's see.
Are you on one of the design? The first one on the list. Let's do the first one on the list. Engineer Walker was doing that. That's how we attempt. That's why I will attempt to that. The first one.
I'm trying to open it.
Okay. You can use your phone for that since you are joining yourself. I don't know. Anyway. Because it's on your WhatsApp. So if you have that on your phone instead of you leaving the call, because I want you to also see my screen while you are.
Okay, so
Do you
you want me
need?
to
Do you need some time to do that?
you want me to do what?
I want you to join. I want you to open that PDF file, but not from your system because you are. I want you to see my screen as well. I want you to join with your phone. Just go to that WhatsApp group, open the PDF file from your phone, so that you can just be looking at the drawing and then be looking at the screen as well.
Okay.
Engineer Ubaka, can you hear me?
It's downloading from my phone.
All right, cool. Engineer Ubaka, there's something.
Yeah, okay, so I can see.
All right. So let's continue. I'll recap when Engineer Waka comes in. Let's do the first one on the list. Did you have any? Did you also attempt any of the design before we even get started? Or yeah, you said.
No attempt.
You said you have been busy. All right. So let's start with the first thing.
It's circle.
I should create a circle.
Yeah.
Center radius or center diameter?
Center radius.
Okay, radius. What's the radius?
27.5.
27.5. Yes.
And create another one.
Another circle.
That is radius is 45.
From that same center, right? 45.
Yes. Then I think you have a construction line in between.
So to add my construction line, do you remember the shortcut for construction line from yesterday?
I think you said SDRB.
XL, construction line. That's XL. I'll place one vertical, I'll place one horizontal. Or should I just leave the vertical one?
Just vertical. Or anyone. So next is you are going to have a line.
Okay.
This offset this line.
Let's take it one at a time, right? Let's create the first thing, which is a line. You know, we are given a line here from the center. It's at a distance, somewhere around the second quadrant here.
Where?
There's a line, there's a dimension line from this quadrant here around this side of the drawing. It's at a distance of what? What's the distance of that line? There's a line. There's a line. There's a line at 30, both upward and downward. It's a construction line. It's not part of our drawing. Can you see that on your drawing there? There's a construction line.
Yes.
Can you see it? Is it the two at the top? Yes, at angle 30.
Yes.
Yes, it's also below here, around this corner here, that you are seeing on your workspace here. There is also below, like using the dimension line. They use the dimension line to tell us the length of that line. What's the length of that line that we're given? SK.
Hello.
I'm with you. Can you hear me?
So I think we should do the one at the top. Let's just draw a line that is 30 degrees from the vertical.
Let me try to share again. I'll share my drawing this time. Can you see my drawing here?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't want us to take any complex actions. This is the construction line you told me to create, right?
Yes.
So what I was expecting is we also have a dimension line from here to here. Can you see the dimension line? There's a dimension line here of 60 first.
Yes.
And this 60 that was created here, it is from the center of this line here, from the center of this circle here to the midpoint of this
Yes.
at an angle of what?
30 degrees.
That's what we want to create first. Are you with me? So I'll go back. Am I sharing my entire screen this time? Can you see my entire screen this time?
No.
So I have to stop sharing. Let me share my entire screen this time. Yes, can you see my screen and my entire screen now?
Yes.
So when I switch into AutoCAD, you can see what I have.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'll go into my line command now. I'll start from that same center point there. So I need the center point here, and then I want my 30-degree from this construction line, right?
Yes.
But how do I get it? Because my arc is.
It's going to be 60.
Thank you very much. So I just go to tab and then type what 60 here. Alright, and then the dimension is given as what? 62.
60, yeah.
So I type 60 again for the length of the
Can you hear
line.
me?
I'm with you. We are with you.
Yeah.
You're not recording.
Yes, we are recording.
Okay.
But we've not done anything so complex. So I was telling engineer.
Are you sure you are recording?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Because it didn't make any sense. You're recording.
You used to make sound before.
No, you should.
So welcome back. What we want to do now is we have created the line, the line of distance 60 at a distance of a length of 60 and at an angle of 60 as well, 30 as well. The reason why I said 60 is because you know our circle, it started reading this angle for us from this section here. Our AutoCAD started reading this angle from us from this center here, but we were able to know that the angle, selecting this line and this line, then this line and this line is what? 60. Engineer Waka.
Yes.
So this line and this line, we know that it's actually 60. Why? Okay, I told you yesterday your construction line is not working because it's a construction line. It's not letting us measure, right? But we know that what we have here is, let me go to this first and second here. What we have here is distance of 60. So immediately we have 60 here, we know that the first quadrant is 90, right? So 60,
90,
yes, so we know that we have 30 here automatically. So let's proceed. The reason why I'm going detail is because I just want to go detail. I know that I have professional in the house sometimes. Engineer will just be like, what is this guy explaining for now? I know what he's talking about. Come on. Alright, so we are creating a circle. The first circle we are creating at this end point of this line is radius of what? 10. And then we are creating another one again.
Yes.
Radius of what?
18.
18.
Yeah.
This is what we are trying to create. The 10 and 18. This is what we've created. Cool. Are we good to go?
Yes.
All right. So we also notice something here that on this our design here, we have, after creating these two circles that we have here, there is, from this line of construction line that we have here, there is an offset. Can you see the offset here?
Yeah.
There is an offset at a distance of 8.
8.
And then that means if you are going to be using the middle line, all we need to do is to do the first offset. 4. Thank you.
4.
So I'll go back into my AutoCAD again and then go to my offset command. I'll be using the 4. And then I'll select this first line, one to this side, the other one to the other side. Are we good to go? You know, now I need to trim because there are some part of this line that I don't need. But instead of going to my trim tool, when I go to my trim tool automatically here, I start trimming this first line, the second line, the third line, the fourth line, the fifth line. Why should I go through the stress when I can actually set boundary? I'll select this first and last. Are you with me? And then I'll go to my trim command. I'll remove everything here, everything here. Are we good to go? So this is the first, this is what we want here. Even this middle line here, we don't need it, right? Are we good to go? All right, I'll select these two lines that we have here. You know we need to make array of this line here.
Already.
So I'll select the two lines, I'll go to my array command. Which type of array are we using?
Circular.
Yeah, the circular array, which is also known as the polar array. So I'll select this array here, I'll select center point. This is what we have. Just added six items, and then we have this is what we want.
Yes.
I click on close, we have this design ready. Now we still have more things to do, which is what we have on this other section here. Well, we know that we can always mirror. We don't have to do this first twice. What we have is exactly what we have on the other side. Yes or no. Now let's play with our mirror command. I'll go back into my AutoCAD. What I want to do now is select this guy here. Then I use my mirror command. Then I select the midpoint, which is what I have here. I'm not erasing any source up here. This is the two line that I have here. I'll select these two again. Are we good to go? Then I can use my mirror again. This time I'm mirroring using the horizontally, and then this is what we want. Correct? Yeah. So now we need to do something else. Looking at our design here, there is something here that we need to know, that there is also a circle here, or should I say an arc. There is an arc here. And also there is a blending that is here. The first circle and second circle here, there is a radius that was applied at this corner. So we also have the same thing here. So we have the first thing called the big one here, the radius of 17, and then the second one is radius of 5. There are two ways to achieve this, even more than two ways. I told you, don't let me even put number to it. But there are different methods of achieving this. That's what I should say. So now we want to blend this end curve and this end curve together. There are different ways to do this. So there is a command that we worked with the first time. We'll use two. There are different ways to do that. I will use major two that are very easy. So the first one I'll be using is this command here that I call under the circle. There's something called tan radius. Can you see this tan radius? When I want to use my tan radius, all I need to do is select a tangent point, and then another tangent point, and then place my radius. The radius that you want here is radius of 5, right? I'll select this guy, and then I enter a radius of what, 5. I click on enter. Can you see a circle was created there? That means I have to now use my trim command to remove the what, exceeding part. Yes or no? If I wanted this part at the top as which is radius of 17, I can also use that too. My tan radius. Right? I select my first tangent point, my second tangent point, and then I enter the radius of what? 17. And then you can see a circle is created for me around that end. All I need to do again is what? Trim off the exceeding end that I don't need. Are we working with this design? Is this making sense?
Yeah.
The same thing again, I'll go to my tan radius, select my first tangent point, the second tangent point, and then enter the radius of 5. Another circle is created here for me. I can trim off this exceeding end. Are we good to go?
Yes.
Yes. So I don't really know the construction line. So all I need to do is to go to my layers. I'll quickly create a new layer for myself. I'll call this construction. I also want this to be white, but I can change the line type. I can make it what we have here. Click on OK, select it and click on OK. So I'll close this up, and then I'll select my construction line. I'll make it that. Can you see that? If I wanted to change the color, I can also go ahead to change the color. But instead of that, I'll actually have a layer for my design itself. I can change the color of that and then make it something bright. Okay. I'll close this panel up, and then I can select the entire design itself and then put it under that layer. Are we good to go? So we have a clear contrast between the shape, yes or no? This is what we are trying to achieve. But there are still some trimming left to do on this design. Yes, do you agree with me? So
Yes,
if
yes.
I select this circle that we have here, and if I select this circle that I have here, let me look at my design again. Can you see we don't have this second circle that is here is not going, it's not extending, it's not going past this arc that we have here, and then we have our full circle going through here. So I can just go to my AutoCAD this time. I'll just go to my trim, remove the exceeding line that I don't want, this part, this part, this part, this part, this part. Are we good to go?
Yeah.
If I wanted to set boundaries, I'll select this arc here, I'll select this other arc here, and then I'll go to my trim. Immediately I select this, it goes off. Can you see?
Come again.
Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. This other arc that I did, I used the manual method. I just go to my trim command, then I had to remove this part, I have to remove this small part, I have to remove this other small part, I have to remove this other small part, and this part as well. That's stressful. And sometimes if you continue to use that method, most of the time you will leave some things that there are some things that are very small, you just always miss them. And then you see that your design, when I zoom in sometimes I'll be finding some part of hack hanging around your design. But if you are a professional, you know that this circle that I'm trying to trim, this is a reference point here, and this is another reference point here, right? Immediately I go to my trim command, I'm able to remove the line completely without even going twice. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's that about that. Instead of this, since this face is completed, you know, if you hadn't done this mirror before, we can just mirror everything that we have down there to this other side. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I'll remove this guy. I'll remove this guy. But I don't want to do that. Instead, I don't want to do that. Let's continue. I want to use the second method, right? I've forgotten. I wanted to use the second method. The second method that is another easy way to do this. Like your fillet command, you'll be expecting fillet command works for more than just adding round corners to your rectangle or your curves. All we want fillet command also can help us in this section here. What are we trying to do? We are trying to add a radius to it. We have a radius in mind. This radius is 5, and then another one is 17. I'll click on my fillet command, and then I'll enter enter. I'll enter the radius of 17. Immediately I select 17, I click on enter. I can select this first circle and this second circle. Are we able to create our arc there? Another person could have decided to go into the arc and start looking for arc that can work for that section. But were we able to create the arc?
Can you do that again?
I'll select my arc, I'll delete it. What I did was, I go to my fillet command. After selecting my fillet command, I need to go into my options and then select the radius. After selecting the radius, I want radius of 17. I punch in 17 from my keyboard, I click on enter. Now AutoCAD is asking me to select the first object and the second object. I select my outer circle here and the other outer circle here, and the arc is created. On this method, I don't get to trim anything because it's just the arc that was created, no exceeding object, yes or no. Unlike the tan radius, I have to be trimming. If I want efficiency, I will use fillet instead because I don't have time to trim. Good to go.
Yeah.
I'll go to my fillet again. I'll right click, go to my radius. I want 5 this time. I'll go to 5, I click on enter, select the first circle and then the second circle. Repeat my fillet again, select the first circle and then the second circle. Are we able to do this?
Yeah.
That circle, that's arc that were created, they are still arc segments. Can you say that they are individual? Yeah, so I'll select the first one, select the second one, select the third one, and then I go to my trim command to what? Remove this part, and I'm good to go. Easy. Are we together?
I think I need to master this sharp trimming method.
Yeah, so you need to master it.
See, I delete everything one by one.
You-
Trim one by one.
Okay. You need to know their approach. You need to know, like I said, it's just you setting boundaries, right? It's just for you to set boundaries. And when you start doing designs, that's why today I want to emphasize on design. I want us to create designs. So when you start creating designs, you'll be forced to be like, I can't repeat this, I can't keep doing this. So you have to select boundaries. Here, this is my boundary, and then you can trim everything off from there. So that's just that about that. Let's open our design again. We go to the next one on the list. On this next one here, there's one technique here. I want you guys to do this for yourself, because there are questions to be asked on this design here. It looks very simple, but there are some simple questions that I'm expecting, and it's always fun for me to get that question. So I want you to do this yourself. Let me do another simple one. This is another simple one here, right? After now, immediately I'm done with this one of you will share your screen and then design this. Another person will share his screen and design something else. If it's not even this one, design something else. Just pick one that you are good, you are okay with. So that's what we'll do today, and then we'll round up. So I'm doing this again. So I just want you to get a basic approach of how you attend to your design, right? Let's go ahead. Can we go ahead? Can we forge ahead now?
Yeah.
All right. So we are doing this one. Engineer Abubakar can decide to do this for his own. Just be trying to just sample through what you want to work on your own section. Well, after this call, we are starting with Engineer Heavy to design something for us. So we want this one here. We are starting with this one. The first thing that I want to do is just tell me what to do. Let's create this. Let's create this first. We're working with this dimension first. This other one here below. Are we good to go? We know that this circle that we have here and this circle that we have here, they both share center point, right? At a distance of what we have here. The value we have here. This is the distance between the two. Are we good to go? And I need to do, from my construction line that I have in the middle, I need to do offset of what? This line at a distance of 40 to get the center point that I have here. So with the distance of 40 and then the distance of 34, I'm able to get the center point of this arc here. Immediately I'm seeing my design, I know what to do. I know the approach that I want to use. And then immediately I create this circle, I know that this internal one is theta of 22. That's diameter. The diameter of 22, and then the other one was also what? Diameter of what? 38. That's the second circle that we have here. So we know that we need to create an offset of this one as well at a distance of 40. But note, the center point of this circle is also the what? They also share the center point. They are collinear. They are collinear in nature, right? So that's that. After that, we see that we have some array going on here. We also have some array going on here, right?
Yeah.
And then we can use our what? Normal random tangent radius here for our circle, or we can decide to use our fillet as well for this design. Should you proceed, or you can do it yourself? After breaking it down, you already know that this is easy.
This one is the only issue I have with this one. When I was doing I was also after doing this, I tried to mirror this.
So change of plans. Hello, call for backup, change of plans. Engineer Abubakar, you share your screen and you design this for us. I'm telling you the first thing you want us to do.
Okay.
Alright, so this is what you have been able to do. Thank you very much, Engineer Ebi. Okay, you can stop sharing now. Let's see from Engineer Abubakar. So I'm going to give Engineer Abubakar access to share his screen. So Engineer Abubakar, please go ahead. We want your AutoCAD. Yes. So you can zoom out. This is what you have been able to do. Now let's go to your PDF file where we have the designs. Where we are viewing the designs from.
Chief, this your design makes sense.
As in.
Thanks.
So on the 2D exercise that we have there, 2D exercise. Let's go back to that PDF file. The one that has our design. Just let's locate it. It's still on that design, that tab. Yes. So So let's zoom out a little bit. Let's zoom out a little bit. I want us to zoom out. Zoom out. Click on that minus icon. That minus icon on top where we have the automatic zoom. We have minus icon there. Yes, a little bit more. A little bit more. So let's go up now. Let's go up. Let's go up. We have not done this guy. 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 Where we stopped is not this. This is where we stopped. But let's go up. Engineer Ebi left the small one for the boys. You understand? He went on to take the chunky one for the big guys. So, so since we've done everything up here, it means this one, right?
Yeah, this one.
So we have, what page is this? This is page 3. Let's go ahead. I'm taking it from my own end, which you should do from your own end. Page 3. Let's come down. We have done this. Now this page is what? Page 6. Yes, let's go down. We have done this guy, and then we also have page 8. Did I see 8 there? Yes, 8. We are doing that. That's assignment. I'm calling out assignment now. We have 9. We have page 9. This is page 9.
6, 9. This 3, 6, 9, 8.
Yes, let's go down. We are still going down. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down. After that, 9. This one as well. We have 10. Let's go down. We have this one as well. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We have this one as well. So 11. We are doing 12. Yes. 13. We are doing 13 as well. 14. Yes. And then the last one, 15. This one. So these are the assignments for this class. Practice with these ones. And on your own time, after completing this 15 assignments, you can decide to also go ahead, even explore more.
Okay.
Are you sure it's 15? Are they 15? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's the last one. This is the last one.
No, I'm talking about the assignment that we're giving. 3, 6, 8. 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11, no? 11 that I'm seeing here. 11 assignments. So we need to make it.
This one is the last one part of it.
The number 16.
Yes.
Let's go up a little bit. Where we have the 15. Okay, that's the 15. Let's take. I want to make it 15. So the last one is part of it, and one more again. Come down. This one is part of it, and I think somebody has already done. Let's come down. No. Come down. Oh, no, we are going up rather. Okay. Yeah. This one is part of it, which is 16, and then the last one, which is 17. Check that 17, page 17.
No, it's not 16. It's top as 6.
Okay, it stopped at 16. Okay. That means everything else is an assignment then. Everything else on the worksheet is an assignment.
Apart from the one we've done.
Apart from the ones we've done, yes. I challenge you to, on the next class. The next class is the final class. This is the 4th class, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is the final class. So we have things to cover. That's number 1. So, and then I'm challenging you guys that you complete that with all this trouble or everything. I can even sacrifice 1 hour. We are supposed to start our class normally by 4. So let's start by is it 4 or 5? When do we usually start? Let's start around 6. Let's start around 6 or 5. Which one is okay? So that you will have completed your design regardless of whatever might happen. You have 1 hour to do every design that you want to do.
6.
Let's do 6. I'm challenging you that by tomorrow. I don't want to see that I was unable to. You complete all these designs. So all we just need to do is just review whatever you've done, and then we go ahead to the topic of tomorrow. The topic of tomorrow, we are going to be doing viewport. We are going to be doing layout. We are going to be working with dimension, which is very, very important because you need to dimension your design and be able to add the correct dimensions using the tool. We have arch as well that we're working on. Working with reusable content. This is talking about blocks. Now we go to your industry. Let me share my screen. Okay. Yes. I'll reclaim host. I'll share my screen. I'll select my AutoCAD workspace. So I'm talking about the reusable content. When I'm talking about reusable content, when you are designing, for example, there are different tools that, like I said, an architect will use different things, and an electrical engineer will use different things. There's something we call under view. All these things are going to be exploring tomorrow. Please, I want this thing to close up. Okay. Under views, we have something called tool palette. Can you see tool palette? When I go under tool palette, I can go under civil. If I don't even know what is here, if I don't know what is here, I believe you should know what is here. You should know the items that we have under the civil. Some of them, you should know what. Immediately are seeing the name, you are seeing something. Concrete pipe metric. We have some things that are here. These are blocks and design. These are tool palettes. These are different icons that we use in representation for our design. These are things we are going to be exploring tomorrow. Instead of you creating them, these are things that you always make reference to. We have the tool palette here, and it's even we have the design center. There's something called design center here. Can you see design center? Where we actually usher in our designs. These things we are going to be exploring tomorrow. Working with reusable content, hatching objects, plotting our design out is tomorrow, and then working with templates. How do we create blocks? If you want to add this object as create a block, we can actually write it as a block. We can create a block from here, or we write it as a block. The difference between creating a block and then writing it as a block. How many type of blocks do we have? What are these things? These are the things I want us to. I'm just synthesizing you for tomorrow. So the English is getting dark now. I think I'm hungry. So this is what we are planning to do tomorrow. We are creating block, we are writing block, we are changing block, we are editing block. All these things are what we have on our course outline. So tomorrow we are going hands-on on training. This one is practical. So we have a lot to work on tomorrow. So I don't want us to delay, because if you don't do if you are unable to complete your design, we might have some discussion back and forth on design that will take more of our time. So please, without excuse, tomorrow let's complete all the design that we have on that list. If you run into challenge, I see that okay, I'm unable to do it. That is the only time I want to see that the designs are not completed. And then even then, you might actually be the one that will even complete it, because we'll still be guiding ourselves this way. Do this, no, do this. And I'm very sure what engineer Abubakar is unable to do, I'm very sure engineer Ebi will be able to do it. So immediately I know that there's one that engineer Abubakar is struggling with, that engineer Ebi has gotten done. I will not even talk about it, because engineer Ebi can indirectly or some way help me make sure that engineer Abubakar gets it, because we are together. We are together, right? So we have a lot of things that is happening. I said we are together. Are we not together?
No, the entire engineering will do something.
What I'm saying is this. I said we have a lot of tests. The remaining part of our design that we have there, of the 16 designs that we have on the exercise file, I want us to attempt everything. I don't want to hear I was unable to do so. So we have given ourselves that let's start by 6 then, where everybody is ready. Even if you get back home by 5, 1 hour is enough to complete everything that we have here. 1 hour is too much. Even is too much to complete everything that we have here. So I will advise, even before that time, midnight, take your time and quickly do some things. Just make sure you complete the design. That's what I want. Because tomorrow is more of lecture. We have a lot of things. Today we are supposed to lecture, but because you guys didn't practice, and I wanted you guys to practice, I wanted you to use the tool, see what is happening. You see that designing is different from you are just watching somebody's design. You creating the design yourself, you see that it's different, the feel. So you get to do some adjustments, please. It's different. Always let's endeavor to complete the design, and then tomorrow we'll be working on the other part of our course outline. So that's all for my own. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for trying today. Really